tomorrow night, only from Raymore and Flanagan.
Here's what you need.
This spring is the perfect time to get away.
Do it like this.
How they had recovered from the 2 years that we were out of school. These children who are writing now left school in grade 2. And they were out of school for 2 very formative years, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. Well, 3 very formative years. So what we want to do is to make sure we assess and give teachers a chance to correct where they see correction is needed, which is why we're doing the mocks.
Only on Wednesday, the Education Ministry distributed pencil packets to grade 6 pupils ahead of the commencement of the 2-day NGSA mock examination on Thursday. According to Manik Chand, there are plenty of resources available to students now than before to help them prepare for the examination.
So like even a small thing like the stationery packages where kids will be able to use those materials to shade in, or the textbooks that they have at their disposal, or the learning channels with kids, the Ministry of Education's QuizMe platform, the textbooks, the videos on the learning channel with all the topics, as well as on YouTube. We have the most we've ever had. I'm also happy to say that 90% of every hinterland primary school also has access to all of these things on the learning channel. Because we've given them TV, satellite, and solar.
Manik Chan added that the effectiveness of all these investments being made by the government will be measured from the results of these exams.
I think we're at the best place we've ever been. I am looking forward to seeing what kind of output those inputs would give us. And that's what I was talking about. When we're investing this heavily, because the government has made it clear, we will give children and teachers and parents what they need for their children to succeed. But whether that is being translated into the effective delivery of education in the classroom is still something we need to measure. And the best way of, not the only way, the best way of measuring that will be results at this point. And so I'm looking forward to seeing some of what that will look like.
Last year, some 15,273 students from the 11 educational districts across the country wrote the NGSA, with a major improvement seen in mathematics and science. Reporting for the Evening News, Fanu Manak-Chand.
We are now joined by Gerald Bryan, who reports that in a historic attempt at regional integration, Carry Cargo Incorporated, the company that would be owning and operating the ferry service between Guyana, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago, has officially been incorporated in Guyana.
During Tuesday's edition of Issues in the News, Attorney General Anil Nandalal spoke of the work being done to give effect to decisions made at the last CARICOM Heads of Government meeting. Nandalal noted that attorney generals from around the region are working to bring pieces of legislation aimed at making regional integration a reality.
The attorneys general of the region have been tasked with the responsibility of drafting the necessary laws to create what is called a common domestic space in the CARICOM region. So we have to pass a series of legislation that will allow for free movement and hassle-free transportation across the various territories of the Caribbean.
According to Nandalal, this means that they must go to Parliament with these laws and have them passed, preferably before June the 1st, which is when the West Indies T20 World Cup will be launched. This also means that work on the regional ferry must be advanced, and according to Nandalal, the company that will be operating this ferry has just been incorporated in Guyana.
You would have heard a lot about the agreement between, or the arrangement rather, between Guyana, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago for the free movement of goods and persons, in particular food, and it was announced that a ferry has already been assigned to the exercise. I am pleased to announce that the company that will carry out this undertaking has been incorporated in Guyana. The name of the company is Carry Cargo Inc., Carry Cargo Inc., with its registered office in Georgetown, Guyana, and it comprises of directors from Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, and Guyana.
Nandalal added that the regional ferry is intended to be a pilot project. Depending on the success of this pilot, he noted the possibility of the service being extended even further. Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
The management of the Guyana Power and Light Company made an appearance before the Public Utilities Commission on Thursday and reported that 96 countrywide power outages were recorded in 2023. Here is Trishelle Sobers with the details.
In 2022, the Guyana Power and Light Company recorded a reduction in the frequency of power outages by roughly 10%. However, 2023 saw a slight increase, with 96 cases being recorded when compared to 94 in 2022. The interruptions were due to several reasons ranging from planned maintenance to emergencies, including the prolonged dry season, which contributed significantly to the demand for energy in November and December 2023. GPL's Divisional Director for Loss Reduction, Pars Rampersad, disclosed that the agency's Smart Grid pilot project at Good Hope, East Coast Demerara, is yielding results that may result in an increase of power for households and commercial entities. The Good Hope F2 feeder is one of the highly loaded and long circuits across the GPL's network at the Good Hope substation. GPL is monitoring the feeder, and based on its performance, the project will be implemented in other communities.
Our intention is to look at the others which emanate from various substations in a similar fashion, the length, and choose certain areas that are very far away from the substation. Alongside that too, we're looking at the data that's coming in from complaints, where people are complaining of, let's say, low voltage situations. It's the fourth stage in smart metering. And you know, we build in the infrastructure piece by piece, we put it in the meters. Over the next 5 years, as we mentioned, we expect to update those meters, update the numbers to 200-something thousand as the customer base grows.
This project is currently in Phase 1, and Phase 2 will be undertaken in 2026. The goal of this project is to show how the Itron bridge-type meters can be used for voltage monitoring and drive reconnective work required to ensure that the voltage being provided to consumers is within the voltage regulation standard.
We will continue to report on the particular circuit that we use as a pilot and other circuits that are coming out of other substations. We're selecting them now. We'll also share with the PUC the ranking of these feeders in terms of load and in terms of customers.
Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
Meanwhile, in an attempt to drastically reduce power outage, a generating plant capable of producing some 28.9 megawatts of additional power is expected to come on stream by March month-end. This plant, which was acquired for US $27.5 million, is being sourced from Apan Energy Services. Here are the details in this report.
The generating plant is currently being installed at a Guyana Power and Light Incorporated substation in Columbia, Maikoni, East Coast Demerara. This was disclosed by GPL's Executive and Management Committee member Kesh Nandlal during a review of the agency's 2024 operating standards and performance targets. During the exercise, which was spearheaded by the Public Utilities Commission, PUC, Nandlal revealed that the plant will complement the national grid and boost generation capacity. On this point, he posited that the main objective is to give Guyanese a quality product and indicated that efficiency will not be sacrificed for expediency.
GPL has invested in a new generating plant in Colombia, which is now coming on stream. It is incrementally being added to the grid, and it is expected to be operational fully later this month.
While the government of Guyana works to secure the funding for the gas-to-energy project, GPL plans to continue upgrading its physical infrastructure.
We continue to experience challenges from the grid perspective. We have been working towards improving the transmission and distribution element of the grid. And from time to time, we experience challenges. As the demand grows, the current infrastructure can be challenged. And that is something we have recognized as a significant improvement we need to make.
NANLAW further explained that this aspect of improving access to power generation requires significant funds, and the agency is in talks with the government to secure the amount needed. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
Coming up on the other side of the break, heightened interest in investments seen from Diaspora, says head of Diaspora unit, and 12-year-old crush by LORRY in East CANJE. More news at the end of this short break.
Need quality electrical or hardware supplies for domestic, commercial, and industrial usage? Visit SPR Enterprise. We stock a wide variety of tools, transformers, connectors, cables, line hardware, and control products at competitive prices. Check us out for brands such as Square D, Eaton, Fluke, Klein, and 3M. We are located at 45 BACKDAM, Georgetown, or call us on 223-5699, 223-5687, or WhatsApp 639-7193. SPR Enterprise, your single source for quality electrical products.
Are you looking for an exciting Easter? Look no further than Digicel stores for incredible savings and a free Easter surprise. This Easter, Digicel is offering an extravagant deal. Purchase the Samsung A05 for just $21,000 or the Samsung A24 for only $39,500 and receive a free kite with your purchase. Make this Easter a memorable one. Visit a Digicel store today and crack open these amazing deals. Digicel, the network for everyone.
Premier insurance coverage for less. Stay safe.
Sun or rain? Up or down? No one knows what tomorrow will bring, but with Premier's commercial property insurance, you'll be ready. For all risks insurance, call 223-0840 or visit premierinsurance.gy. Fuel your success. Premier Insurance. Premier insurance coverage.
Stock the finest in the country, both ceramic and porcelain, tiles and chandeliers you'll see while you shop around stress-free. Well, train stop at warming halls, make your shopping smooth and calm, providing you with quality to match your style that's so unique. Mima Decor.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. A former student of the New Amsterdam Multilateral School was crushed to death on Wednesday by a lorry attached to the Guyana Sugar Corporation. In this Andrew Carmichael report, you will hear that the lad was on his way to a nearby church to play basketball when the accident occurred.
The dead lad has been identified as Justin Totaram of Reliance Abundant, East CANJE, Berbice. Police stated that on the day in question, at about 16 hours, a lorry bearing registration number GMM5087, which was at the time being driven by a 64-year-old resident of Canefield Settlement, East CANJE, was proceeding along the Reliance Public Road when he suddenly attempted to make a left turn, but instead came into contact with the lad. The driver reportedly told the police that he heard someone shouting, "Hold the boy, hold!" and without hesitation he stopped the vehicle, and upon checking, he saw the young man lying under the lorry close to the left side back wheel. At the home of the dead young man, his father, Junior Totaram, related his understanding of the accident when he was informed.
Yesterday now, he there and he said, "Oh, you go play by the Christian church, the Purple Church, John said. You go exercise in the basketball." So He got cut his hair first by the barber shop and yams to that. And he come home back, me know was so. And he come home back, he forgot, he now go for bed. So he tell him mother how you come back just now, he not take long. So his mother say, all right, bye, there you go. Next thing somebody come and tell she, come and say, auntie, if I use son I play basketball, somebody get accident. The wife said when she run out and she go out, she see the little boy there and the Larry. She said like, you know, like he hand and thing, like he mash and he foot and thing, like, you know, he alright. She said when she feel he head mashing and know like when he dead already. And the Larry man said, oh, he not see this little boy. And his little baby, and he drive inside the corner of the road and the Larry a torn for going to the background. How he not gonna see my son, boy?
Eyewitnesses gave a graphic description of what they saw. Nevertheless, his emotional father is still trying to get a grip on reality.
Today, me lost my son, and let me tell you this. This, now I easy thing. This like one my talk. This a seriousness, and this all body for here who get pity in this world. House and land and thing and nothing. Bet you live a road corner with your picnic there.
The driver of the motor lorry is currently assisting with the police investigations. The lad lives to mourn his parents and one sister. Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
Guyana is witnessing an increase in interest from the diaspora community across the globe, which has resulted in many new investments. Here are the details from Rupasina Ryan.
The Diaspora unit was re-established in 2021 to mobilize and harness the skill and interest of the Guyanese diaspora across the globe for national development priorities. Head of the unit, Rosalinda Rasul, relayed that across several sectors, interest has been growing as the country scales new heights on the developmental front.
It is no secret what has been happening in our country has generated quite a lot of interest for people, foreigners and or diaspora. So whether it's the sector for the oil and gas, agriculture, manufacturing, even down to getting documents, there's been a heightened interest that we have seen over the past few years within our Guyanese diaspora. So whilst Guyana is receiving interest and we are actually seeing tangible projects.
Russell used the $3 million to Mary Sands Golf Course and Country Club undertaken earlier this year as a testament to the diaspora's confidence in investing. However, with these investments, she noted, comes the onus of public and private sector entities to ensure that there is efficient delivery of service.
With what is happening in Guyana, it means, therefore, that all stakeholders, that will be stakeholders from the private sectors and no less the public sector, needs to improve and enhance the way in which we deliver service to Guyanese people, whether it is our locals here or whether it is our Guyanese or even foreigners overseas. It is one thing to have all the amazing infrastructure that we see are going up, and it's so that really helps our daily movements and our lives. But what the public also looks forward to is an enhanced and efficient delivery of customer service.
By its oil and gas investments, Guyana is leading the Caribbean as the country with the largest foreign direct investments. Guyana's natural resources sector accounted for 99% of FDI inflows for 2022. This is according to the annual report Foreign Direct Investment in Latin America and the Caribbean 2023, released by the United Nations Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean. Rupasina Ryan, The Evening News.
The Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation was on Wednesday certified and accredited by Guyana's Health Ministry and Human Organ and Tissue Transplant Agency to operate a kidney transplant center. This, Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony has said, is part of the government's plan to modernize the local healthcare sector. Trishelle Sobers reports.
The Kidney Transplant Center is the first of its kind and is authorized to provide services to citizens. According to Dr. Anthony, its implementation is provided for under the Human Organ and Tissue Transplant Bill, which provides the necessary legal framework for the retrieval of human organs, tissues, cells, and biofluids. On this point, he explained that GPHC has been conducting kidney transplant surgeries for the last 10 years, and the accreditation allows for the expansion of this service to citizens.
By this action, you're actually setting the bar for other hospitals in our country, so that whatever process we have gone through here today, that when other institutions would like to be certified, that the same high standards would apply across to all institutions.
Speaking to the assessment and accreditation process, member of the Human Organ and Tissue Transplant Agency, David Samaru, explained that GPHC was engaged in a series of inspections and examinations. On this point, he disclosed that while GPHC fulfilled the criteria for the establishment of the center, 3 crucial areas were flagged, and the hospital has expressed its commitment to addressing those issues. According to Samaru, this includes the expansion of the human organ and transplant operating rooms, intensive care units, and pre- and post-care facilities.
The third shortcomings that we found was that should we have a complication and a patient needed a kidney biopsy, while we can extract that tissue, we didn't have the mechanism in place where we can stain the tissue, nor did we have a personnel in place where we can read the slides. I'm happy to say that over the past 2 months, while we had identified these issues, we had brought them to the attention of the CEO of the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, a number of actions were actually taken.
In preparation for the commissioning of the center, the Ministry of Health embarked on a series of rigorous transplant training to expand the capability of health practitioners stationed at the facility. This includes transplant nurses, social workers, anesthesiologists, and organ transplant surgeons. The training was facilitated through various partnerships with medical institutions in Portugal, Spain, and Brazil. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
The Guyana School of Agriculture has received the state-of-the-art greenhouse comprising of hydroponics and aquaculture with the necessary technologies to battle climate change. Michael Henry has more in this report.
Can we do it again?
As vast support stretches towards the agricultural sector, the Guyana School of Agriculture now has a state-of-the-art greenhouse through an initiative from the United National Development Program and the Canadian government. This facility houses a vast span of agricultural technologies to battle against climate change.
And methods such as hydroponics and aquaponics support climate resilient livelihoods in the local communities and help that all of that helping Guyana to strengthen its capacity for resilience and response to climate change.
Set to empower women, Noto raised awareness of social inclusion that the project will foster.
This project, in this particular part of it, was focused on the student of the Guyana School of Agriculture, has helped to introduce a gender-based perspective in climate-smart agriculture while also advancing youth social inclusion. Since the project focuses on both entrepreneurship and income generation, it offers a novel way to advance income-generating opportunities, inspire youth interest, as well as accelerate progress toward women empowerment and gender equality. And as was shared with us, the women students has really played a very leading role in making this a reality.
Agricultural Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, however, stated that projects such as these will show Guyana's competence against rising climatic issues.
In this project, we are showing the world that the second most disaster-prone area in the world is prepared to address the #1 problem of climate change. We have seen over the years what have happened in the Caribbean.
He also highlighted that similar projects like these will also be implemented in other CARICOM countries.
This project has been realized. We know for a fact. I want to first of all thank the Canadian government this is only part of some of the projects that they have been funding in CARICOM country. I was just chatting with the High Commissioner just now, and they have some other projects that they are doing too for climate smart agriculture in the Caribbean.
Michelle Henry, The Evening News.
Let's now tell you that as police continue their eradication exercise, over 151 million worth of ganja was found and destroyed at EBINI BACKDAM, Berbice River on Wednesday. The 10-hour exercise unearthed 2 cannabis farms spanning 7 acres and a quantity of dried marijuana. The first farm was approximately 5 acres in size and comprised 50 beds with some 23,000 plants, ranging from 1 foot to 2 feet in height. In addition, a makeshift camp which had kitchen utensils, a quantity of groceries, and 90.71 kilograms of dried cannabis was also found. However, the second farm, which measured 2 acres in size, had about 3,728 plants, ranging from 1 foot to 3 feet in height. The police also discovered a total of 75.52 kilograms of dried cannabis. At the time of the raid, no one was present, so no one was arrested. And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Damara Harbor Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Friday, March 15, 2024 at 21 hours 30 for 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 7 hours 20 on Friday, March 15, 2024, also for 1.5 hours.
Golden Jags into training for Saudi Arabia stint. This and more coming up in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp.
Are you looking for an exciting Easter? Look no further than Digicel stores for incredible savings and a free Easter surprise. This Easter, Digicel is offering an extravagant deal. Purchase the Samsung A05 for just $21,000 or the Samsung A24 for only $39,500 and receive a free kite with your purchase. Make this Easter a memorable one. Visit a Digicel store today and crack open these amazing deals. Digicel, the network for every...
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Miners, welders, and contractors. Have broken parts caused you tremendous downtime? Do you need an extra heavy-duty, dependable welding machine that will get the toughest jobs done and can also double as a generator to power all of your tools? Well, your #1 industrial solutions provider Sylvie's has you covered. We currently have in stock the Hobart Champion Elite Arc Welder and Generator. This capable electric start generator produces up to 11,000 watts of AC power to run tools, work lights, or backup power during an outage. It can simultaneously deliver 150 amps weld output and 8,000 watts of generator power and can run up to 14 hours on one 12-gallon tank of gas. This portable generator handles mild steel, stainless steel, and cast iron with a maximum thickness of ½ inch in a single pass. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it our 31 High and Hatfield Streets Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvie's Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades.
Are you having sore throat, fever, coughing, headache, or runny nose? Take Cetamol Cold and Flu day or night. Ask your pharmacist for Cetamol Cold and Flu and get back to the happier you.
Distributed by Massey Distribution.
Are you having sore throat, fever, coughing, headache, or runny nose? Take Setamol Cold and Flu day or night. Ask your pharmacist for Setamol Cold and Flu and get back to the happier you.
Distributed by Massey Distribution.